Jackson Harper is deep. Duke won the toss. They deferred. They want the football in the second half. And we are underway on a field where UConn plays very, very well.
And that matchup is going to be one to witness tonight.
Fignano under pressure, scrambling, and he can't escape. Down he goes. Josiah Green, that's a sack and a loss of 6.
Speaking of Skylar Bell, and made smart decision, has propelled this offense to be one of the best in the nation.
And one of the most fun to watch as well. Little inside toss to Brown, and Queso is loose inside the 40, inside the 30, and down to the 29. 25 yards on the first play from scrimmage.
Keyshawn Brown, he's one of those guys, and boy, he can take it to the house.
Again, big chunks of yardage.
The other thing too, Rich, is to take another look at this tackle here.
UConn shows blitz. Here they come. Shepard slips through the blitz. Inside the end zone. Touchdown, Duke. My goodness. 13 yards. It's a 55-yard drive in the blink of an eye in just 3 plays. And this is an offense that's racking up 456 yards per game. And it's Terrence Smith getting on the outside. And this looks more like UConn's offense. Smith is a guy who's listed as a running back, as a high school quarterback, and he'll play in a variety of spots.
Yeah, he's a guy.
Fignano, the transfer from Maine. His 3rd year in this program, and Edwards is blasted. And that's Jaden Francois coming up from the backfield for Duke.
Yeah, he saw this from start to finish. Lined up at the line.
Fignano to throw. They give him time, and that's Bell with the catch up the sideline. Skylar Bell was wide open. He and Chandler Rivers have been dueling on that first drive.
And you see Skylar Bell's lined up in the backfield right there. And so
Fignano in the pocket, hit as he throws. It's caught at the stick. There's a flag down as well by the quarterback. The catch is short of the line to gain. It's first down and 5. Fignano, end zone, caught, touchdown. That's Juice Vereen. So they're still getting into their seats right now. Mensah on 1st and 10 is chased, dumps it off. That's Brown again, and Brown is knocked out of bounds. 2nd down 5. He'll pull it. Quick throw, deflected and picked off. It's intercepted. And the leader of this defense.
15's the one who's got the tip, Rich. Kamoi Latu. And then Parham there, able to come down with the ricochet.
Duke showing blitz. Fignano. Edwards slips through, breaks another tackle, has the first down to the 15. Deshaun Stone, a 12-yard carry. Stone made the stop.
And the game plan for UConn offensively in terms of this year, but it'll be a critical piece of the game for both teams.
Fignano inside screen. That's Bell wrapped up and caught at the 10. Freeman's had a great year. He's 15 of 17, and he's hit 12 straight. This is just 29 yards. Samir Hagans is deep, along with Jaden Moore, and this is Moore. Moore slips through. Duke has had a couple of big returns this year, and it just seems like a perfect match. Third possession for Duke. Mensa lots of time, fires a crossing pattern on the money. Catch at the 45. Cooper Bartkate, the transfer from Harvard. Little tempo here from Duke, and that's not going anywhere. That's Shepard with the carry. Jackson Harper deep for UConn. End over end. And terrific special teams play there. Jaden Francois on special. Fignano, quick slant, caught, that's Murphy.
Inside right, he's a dependable option, Rich.
Fignano, the keeper. Out to the 38-yard line. And another big play by UConn. 26 yards.
Did Fignano use the umpire as a...
Started his career at Maine. Last 3 years in this system. Another slant. Murphy again. This time with a burst of speed. To the 30. Murphy knocked out of bounds at the 22-yard line. And man, has UConn's offense come to life.
And this is a guy that has just really earned the trust of the coach.
Edwards fighting for yardage. He's going to get maybe 6. In football, it's 5 yards. In hockey, it's a power play. Too many guys on the field. Fignano's in trouble, and he goes down. Duke blitzing again. Got to him. Caleb Weaver coming off the corner. And they peel Fignano off the turf. Second sack for Duke. And the Blue Devils 2nd and 6. On the ground, and a nice gain there. Bursting through Anderson Castle. Hagen's in motion. Huskies show blitz. Here they come. Play action. Mensa steps in the pocket. Fires to the sideline. Caught there. Sliding catch. That's Hagen's. And a late hit's going to add to this catch. 30-yard line of UConn. Castle. Boy, he has a quick burst.
Establishing some dominance here at the line of scrimmage.
And playing with tempo. Castle again finds his way through. Blasts a safety, Malachi McLean, and ends up at the 12-yard line with a first down. That's 12 more yards. Mensa pulls it, fires for the corner. Caught! Anthony! Touchdown! Andrell Anthony, who's been to Oklahoma and Michigan. Slow start as a Blue Devil. He's really started to pop. Bell's in motion. Fignano fakes there. Quick toss over there to Edwards. And he's got a lot of green in front of him. And he races out close to midfield. He stepped out of bounds at the UConn 45-yard line. That's an 18-yard pickup.
And so when you have a guy like Skylar Bell,
Second down 10. Fignano kind of set up a screen. That ball's tipped, and then it's caught, and that's Edwards, and he's got the first down. What a crazy play this is, and he ended up at the 40. Tyshawn Reed with the stop, 15 yards on a tipped ball.
You know, it's interesting how much versatility Cam Edwards has in his game, because you look at Cam and he's a downhill runner. He's 210 pounds. 10
first downs already for UConn from the 40. Little inside toss, and then a pitch from Bell. And Malachi Greaves, who was also in that creative play, had the football in the end. Bell's in motion. Fignano looks his way, gets it to him, racing for the edge, stops, starts, restarts, and then is blasted out of bound there. The aptly named Deshaun Stone. 1 of 5 on third down is UConn. Another quick throw. This is Murphy in a crowd. He picks his way through and is inside the 25. Bell's in motion again. Fignano looking. Bell on the crossing pattern, makes the catch. It's really evident that they are moving Bell and lining him up everywhere. Edwards back in, 2nd and 6. Fignano, Bell again has the catch. and is close to the first down.
And I think this is a 2-for-1 if you don't miss.
Edwards has got the first down.
UConn offensively, they're great in the red zone.
Rolling is Fagnano. Looking. Little throwback to the tight ends. And that's Alex Honig, who's inside the 5, down to the 3.
Nice play.
2nd and 1. Fagnano! Toe! Touchdown! That's Bell.
And he'll get an unsportsmanlike.
6-5. And they meet here. Two really good football teams. Obviously, Duke 4-1 in the ACC with title hopes. This is a dangerous returner. That's Higgins up the left side. He took one back 100 yards last week against Clemson, and flags come flying down after a 42-yard return. Another penalty by Duke, another penalty by UConn. Both teams have been guilty of it. Mensah, quick throw, inside throw, and that's Barkate with the catch. He was hit high at the 34-yard line, and he's going to lose 3 yards.
Yeah, Barkate hadn't really gotten involved much in this ball game. There was
blitz comes. Mensah runs out of time, and down he goes. Umar Diamande. First sack, 34th of the season for UConn.
Defensive coordinator Matt Brock described the
Mensah, quick throw, little inside screen, and it's Higgins, and down he goes. Fagnano rolls, and he's going to keep it. Fagnano dives head first. A 2nd and 2. This is Rosa. Following a block, he needed 2 yards. He got 2.5, maybe 3.
I'd like to see UConn get back down to the run game here. There it is.
This is Greaves trying to get to the outside. Slides through one tackle. Mensah now. 2-minute drill for Duke. Mensah's throw caught by Anthony, and he's captured immediately by Chadwick. Gain of just 3. UConn shows blitz. And drop back. Mensah with time. Pumps. Scrambles. Looks. Oh, he threw it away! And it's picked off by Pringle. Oh, my goodness. His first interception was tipped, but this one was just a flat-out bad throw.
Watch Samir Higgins right here. Goes back to the sidelines at the top of your screen, and he's got him open initially.
It's a huge opportunity for UConn. 31-yard line of Duke, who blitzes, and Fagnano unloads it quickly. Edwards with the catch, dances out of bounds. Freeman hooked that 42-yarder. This one is good.
As if he was just unsure that that's where he really wanted to go, and then UConn able to answer and get 3 points.
Mensah, another short throw. Anthony is out of bounds. Edwards left side. Tumbles across the 25 out to the 28. Want to run it more. They're going to have to clean that running game up. Mensah rolling. Fires wide open there. Barkate with the catch. That's a guy you want to get going if you're Duke. You see Matt Brock in a defensive stance there, the D coordinator for UConn. This is Shepard, and Shepard gets out to the 49, and that's a first down. Right near midfield. Shepard slips through this time and stays on his feet, breaks a couple tackles, carries 2 men inside the 25, and that's where they mark it. And boy, what a great report by Tiffany. Spot on. 26 would be more extensive. Jaquez Moore in the game. Play action Mensah. He's going to keep it. He's got room up the field and out of bounds. at the 13-yard line. Chadwick chased him out. Really nice work by Darian Mensah.
Now Mensah's playing with some poise.
1st and 10. This is Moore, and Moore races inside the 5, and he's down to the 3. 2nd and less than a yard. This is Moore. This time, I think he has the first down. And this should set up 1st and goal from the 3. 1st and goal, Duke on the doorstep. Shepard. And he's in. Nate Shepard. And this did look a lot like that first drive in the first. How about UConn at number 4? In fact, Danny Hurley this week implored UConn fans to get out and fill this stadium, and they have. This is a big crowd, biggest of the year, maybe biggest in some time. Pocket, he hit again. That up the seam, caught there. Raymelo Murphy, ball is loose, but I think Murphy was down. And Murphy, who had the good first half, hauls in another for 30 yards.
Well, let's take a look and see if he held this to the ground. Boom, I think, yep. That ball caused a fumble there.
The ruling on the field of a completed pass is under further review.
There's catch hit. Looks like he was down before that ball came out. I think he's going to be down by contact, but
I will go one step further. You call that a completed catch? 1, 2, yeah.
No doubt.
Football move.
Yeah, completed catch. And how about the throw there by Fignano? I mean, he's been under some duress tonight, Rich, and he's taken a couple hits.
Play action. Fignano fires, man open, caught. That's Vereen, the tight end. And Vereen is down to the 7, 15 more yards.
And again, for him to get some extra yardage.
Quick pitch, Edwards, right side, dancing. And this will give them the lead. And it's good. And see if they stay with that game plan here on the second possession. Brown's in motion. Mensah's in the pocket. Steps up. There's Brown on the flats. Makes the catch and races up. And just a little bit of a flip turns into a nice 14, 15-yard gain.
Those are the plays that get your offense in rhythm.
Shepard's in. And Shepard is hit. Tyrese Mills coming up to make the stop. Lots of time. Mensah short throw. Caught by the big tight end, Hazley, and Hazley is loose inside the 20. And the big man, 6'3", 245, gets to the 16.
Making a move for a big chunk play there to get the first down.
Shepard blasts down to the 6. That's a gain of 11. And the sticks are going to move. Over center is Mensah. Mensah rolling, looking, flips it up, and it's caught. That's a touchdown. Landon King, the tight end. Duke is in the end zone. Nice touch by Mensah. Great catch by King. And a terrific game gets even better in East Hartford. Edwards in the backfield. Edwards has it. Gains a yard. Preston Watson. 2nd down, 5. Smith. And Terrence Smith going to lose a yard. This is a 3rd down. Final seconds evaporate. 3rd quarter. Fignano looking downfield. He's going to keep it and try to avoid a hit. He's well short of the first down. Penalties are pretty even, and they've hurt both sides. Brown is deep, and that's a fake. UConn with the fake, holding up the sideline, and he's got the first down. Alex Honig, a short snap. Fignano has room. Fignano to the 10, to the 7. And UConn, what a turn of events, 17 yards on the scramble.
Yeah, and it seems like this offense found new life after the fake punt that went for first down. Keep his balance and stay on his feet.
Second down goal. Edwards right side. Edwards end zone. Touchdown, UConn.
So I think you go for 2 right here for UConn and try to make a 3-point.
Mensah, a touchdown pass here in the second half. Second down, 9. Throws it up the middle, caught by Hazley, the big tight end, and he rumbles down inside the 20, down to the 18-yard line. Mills made the stop, 19 more yards. Duke on the move. And Castle is behind Mensah. Mensah, play action, little flip, touchdown! Hazley wide open.
He dials up some pressure, and Duke then, offensive coordinator Jonathan Brewer, right now, and so turn this into a winning program.
Fignano holds it and then delivers to Murphy for the catch. Boy, it didn't look like anybody was open. He extended the play, and then Murphy cleared for the completion.
It showed the patience.
And just like that, UConn in Duke territory at the 36-yard line. Fignano. Edwards. Oh, what a great play there. Vincent Anthony Jr. from his Viper position. That's a loss of 5.
Yeah, we haven't talked about Vincent Anthony Jr. much tonight. He's one of their Skylar Bell, Chandler Rivers.
Fignano, lots of time. Over the middle, caught. That's Juice Vereen, and he holds on. And UConn has a first down, 13 yards. Wow.
Timeout on the field for an offensive injury.
And we're starting to see some big hits in this fourth quarter as well, but...
towards the tent, guys, right now as we speak. I'll send it back to you, Rich, real fast.
Into the end zone. Caught! It's Bell! It's a touchdown! And this coverage was tight.
And I got to ask this week if there was a comp player for Skylar Bell as Landon Callahan there was in coverage.
To try to make it a 3-point lead. Fignano rolling, looking, and he's going to try to get it himself. I don't know. The pylon was dislodged. The official says no. Fignano gets blasted.
The goal line. The try is no good.
And the try is no good. Here's Fignano trying to get to the pylon. Let's see. UConn shows blitz. Hazley in motion.
Hazley was clutch last week.
Here comes the blitz. Mensah flushed. Fires. Got him, man. That's a first down. First and 10. All 3 timeouts still for Duke. Under a minute. Mensah scrambling. Mensah dives. First down. It'll stop the clock as they move the chains. And Duke is getting it done. Remember, they just need a field goal to get to OT. They'd love a touchdown, obviously, to leave East Hartford with a win. Brown motions to the slot. Another blitz. Mensah, another scramble. He's caught! Ball's loose! UConn has it! The Huskies are going to win this game!
The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense.
Brian Parham is top 5 in the country in sacks per game. He's the emotional leader of this defense, the spark plug. And we talked about it when training camp started in the fall. He was at the bottom of the depth chart. And it's a big win.
It's a huge win.
Wow.
Jim Moore has done such a marvelous job here restoring
the end of the game.
A program that was at the very, very, very bottom of college football.